See that right there?
Yes, I see that.
Yeah, we purposely put it out in those deep willows because the wood duck likes a lot of cover.
Then our group, the Spartans, we put logs in various places, like here and around the pond, and Matt helped us bring them over here in his truck.
More, but what we do at the beginning is we give the students kind of an outline where they can plan out what they want to do here, and then Ms. Brock and I approve it as they go. So they have some goals, they have some things that they want to get accomplished.
Yeah, so the doors on this barn were falling apart and they're rotting and stuff, so we made some new doors and installed them. And the barn was never stained, so we bleached it to make it white, and then we restained it so it would bring out the look of the wood a little bit.
And then this year we added wood burning we added leaves and painted it and added flowers to it, and then we made a matching birdhouse.
Did this. So last year we did the totem with each one gets a tile square and they get to design it how they want, but the main thing is they have to have their name on it.
It's beyond my expectations. When I first saw this after its decline, I thought it was a dead project. It was going to be overrun by trees and autumn olive. Now I see a rebirth into something that's going to be lasting in our community for years and years. What I'd like to see is a walking path, so people, instead of walking the streets, can now come and walk in the nature center and see everything that Scottville area has to offer.
The class is Art and Ecology, and basically what we do is we incorporate art into science.
Mr. Weinert stopped me in the hallway last year and said, how would you like to do a class together? And he had this vision of art and ecology. He knew Mr. Malkowski, he knew what had been started here, and I had no idea. And so it sounded like a phenomenal opportunity to bring art into the nature, and I learn about the science end of it when we go on our field trips.
Well, I'm new to this school this year, and I was introduced to this class, and I was like, this looks awesome. We get to go on field trips and not do much schooling and not very many tests. So I was like, for sure, this looks like my kind of thing.
I've known Mr. Weinert for quite a while now, and he's always kind of been my favorite teacher, Mrs. Brock as well, and he came up to me this year and he asked if I wanted to be a part of the class, and he told me, what it was about and what they do, and it sounded really interesting because, giving back to the community is really, in this time, it's really important that you do that, and being a part of your school and all that was really neat.
Mr. Weinert had always kind of wanted me in this class from the moment he talked about it. He said, you should join my Art and Ecology class. Zane, why don't you join the Art and Ecology class? And by the time the third trimester came around, I decided I'm just sick of the normal bookwork of class. So I thought, why not try for Art and Ecology? It'll be something interesting to do, get me off my feet.
It's been a long time in coming, and having Mr. Malkowski here, who started this years and years ago with a vision, it's coming to fruition. I'll say maybe late, but better than late than never. And it takes work, and these kids are putting in a lot of work to do that, but they're also being a part of the problem-solving piece of it. That how do I do this? How do I go out and acquire the materials? But then it's also a community stepping up and donating a ton of materials and for our kids to put the labor in to put this together. And partnering with the community on this, making a community garden in the near future, I think is just an awesome thing for the Scottville community, but also for our kids to partner with the Scottville community, the greater Scottville community.
So thankfully we have people like you who've taken an interest, made it become a reality again. So I take my hat off to you folks for doing a great job. I always think back, the young people nowadays, they get a bad rap by the older generation because they don't take interest in what's good for the society, and you're doing that, so I commend you for that. So think of the big picture. A year from now, you'll be standing in my place talking to students and say, look what I did. So I commend you for it. Great job.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, we're just going to kind of